Good morning, everyone. I can't believe the semester is almost over. For our last chapel time together this year, I thought I'd talk a little bit about two other holidays that we have coming up. Remember, last week I talked a little bit about the season of Advent and Christmas, and this week I want to talk about Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. The first one, Hanukkah, is a Jewish holiday, and so it follows the Hebrew calendar. It's always the 25th day of the month of Kislev. Hanukkah usually starts sometime in our month of December. This year, Hanukkah begins on sundown on December 10th. It lasts for 8 days. Hanukkah is sometimes called the Festival of Light. It's a holiday that remembers something that happened a long time ago when the temple in Jerusalem was cleansed and restored and rededicated after a war. In fact, the word Hanukkah means dedication. So the story goes that they only had enough oil to light the menorah lamp for one night in the temple, but by a miracle, the oil was enough to last 8 nights, which gave them enough time to find or make more olive oil for the lamps. Because of this story, Hanukkah is celebrated for 8 nights. Hanukkah is not actually considered one of the major religious holidays in Judaism, like Yom Kippur and Passover, but Hanukkah has become more widely celebrated in recent years. In the modern tradition, each night a special menorah for Hanukkah, called a Hanukkah, is lit. And this menorah holds 9 candles, one for each night, and the shamash, a helper candle that lights all the other candles. That's the one in the middle. On the first night, you light the shamash first and 1 candle on the far right, and each night you add a candle and light the newest candle first. Now, there are special blessings that you say in Hebrew or English. I'm not going to try and say them in Hebrew. My Hebrew's not very good. But one blessing that could be said is, "Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, Savior of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the Hanukkah lights." Another one is, "Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, Sovereign of all, who performed wondrous deeds for our ancestors in days of old at this season." So, kind of like Christmas, it's become a tradition to give presents at Hanukkah. Each family has a different tradition, but the most common is kids get a present a night for 8 nights. And the presents happen only after you light the menorah. In addition to the menorah and presents, there's also special food that people like to eat during Hanukkah. Much of it is fried in olive oil, just like that oil that was used to keep the lamp burning in the story. There are 2 traditional foods. The first one is a kind of jelly donut, and the second one is latkes, or potato pancakes. If you've ever had latkes, they are delicious. If you celebrate Hanukkah, I wonder, maybe is there a tradition that I didn't mention that you could share with your friends? I'm sure your friends would love to hear about your family's traditions. Well, another holiday that is celebrated in December is Kwanzaa. And Kwanzaa was founded in 1966 as a way to celebrate African American heritage, community, family, justice, and nature. And it's not a religious holiday, it's a celebration of unity and ancestry. Kwanzaa lasts for 7 days, and it starts on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Each day is dedicated to a different principle. The 7 principles, or important themes, for Kwanzaa are unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. An important symbol of Kwanzaa is the kinara. I don't know if you can see that here. but that is a candle holder that holds 1 black, 3 red, and 3 green candles. And the candles are lit in a particular order until the final day when all 7 candles are lit. Another Kwanzaa symbol is corn. 1 ear of corn is placed under the kinara to symbolize each child in the family. And traditionally, a feast is held on the 6th day of Kwanzaa, and gifts are exchanged on the 7th day. The feast falls on December 31st, or New Year's Eve, is called Karamu. Since it corresponds with the day that honors creativity, many families organize a craft making party, then the crafts are exchanged as gifts on January 1st. Before the feast, people often decorate their houses in the colors of Kwanzaa, red, green, and black. Kwanzaa, for some members of the African American community, is a meaningful way to wrap up the year and reflect on important values. And it's also a chance to start the new year with a sense of purpose and responsibility, self-respect, and care for the community. So even though these are all different holidays from different traditions, I wonder if you noticed one thing that Advent and Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa all have in common. You see it? The light produced by candles reminds us of that which is sacred and holy. It reminds us that no matter how dark things might get, we should always look for the light. Look for the light in other people and in the things that are happening around us. Light gives us hope. This holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or no particular holiday at all, I hope you look for those people and things that bring light into your life and give thanks. I hope and pray that you all have a safe and happy winter break, and I'll see you all next semester. God bless.